play. This is offsides. This is
Period.
offsides.
Absolutely.
There's two line judges that their only job is to call this. How do you miss this?
Two guys are offsides, Micah and Devontae White. Steelers wind up having to punt. Rodgers frustrated. The whole game turns from there. And it turned in favor, Rex, of Tucker Kraft. What a performance.
Yeah, what a performance. And Mina Kimes is so happy that she had a beat me with him. He had 40 points in this darn game.
And he had 7 catches for 143 yards. I can tell you that much. That one was 59. Packers second and goal. It's Love. It's Savion Williams. Packers get it to within 16-14, and they're rolling. 35 seconds left in the third. Alex, can you describe the defense on this pass to Christian Watson?
I got it. Oh.
Non-existent, Greeny, is how I would put that.
That is brutal. That's right at the end of the third quarter. Switch sides now, same drive. Josh Jacobs, anytime touchdown hits for Rex.
That makes 8 weeks in a row, ladies and gentlemen.
Packers get the 2-point conversion. They're up 22-19. And then D. Wood, Micah Parsons took over.
Well, this is why you make the trade. You make a trade for a generational type of pass rusher. He was all over Aaron Rodgers last night.
And the night belonged again to Tucker Kraft. The second of his touchdowns. This one takes it down into the scoring area. Packers win it by a score of 35-25. Kraft has himself a night. Rodgers does not. Certainly not the way he envisioned this thing going. A frustrating finish as he and Jordan Love at the end exchange a moment. He said, "I love you, man," to Jordan Love there. So the feelings are all good. The play for the Steelers, not so good. Jordan Love, however, was brilliant. 360 yards passing, a QBR 50 points higher than Rodgers. At one point, he completed 20 straight passes, tying the longest streak in a game in Packers history with Brett Favre. That's got to hurt. He did it in 2007 on Thanksgiving. As for his mentor, here was Rodgers after the game.
We can't beat ourselves. I think in the 3 losses, there's been times we've had opportunities and we've hurt ourselves with turnovers or just negative plays. So we gotta cut those out. We gotta get on the same page on offense and defense and keep the faith.
Did your starting quarterback prove anything new tonight in how he played?
He's him. Everybody in the league, if y'all not whooped, please wake up, get the crust out your eyes, because he is him and 10 is coming. Period.
Okay. Put your feet up. We got a lot to say. Get that crust. You good? Your eyes good?
I'm good.
He was
I'm
great
good.
last night. D. Wood, what's the first thing you said to me this morning?
If Jordan Love plays like that, they're going to find the Green Bay Packers going to find themselves in Santa Clara. The one thing we talked about with Jordan Love, Rex, when you said it, a lot of people have said it's like, you just don't know this guy. He's Jekyll and Hyde. One minute you're going to get, great performances. Another minute he's on the back of a milk carton. Well, guess what? Last night just showed you how great this young man can be out there distributing the football to all different receivers out there. I mean, Tucker Kraft was just outstanding for the Green Bay Packers. But if they get this consistent play out of the quarterback with their defense, they're going to California.
Listen, Jordan Love, it was like clinical last night in the sense that, I mean, he set a record. 20 straight completions. Right. It's hard to do on air, Greeny. He did it at Pittsburgh with the towels out against this defense. I don't even know if Jordan broke a sweat last night, right? Like, it just looked easy. And in some ways, when he's gotten in trouble, when he's tried to do too much, like, just get the ball to your playmakers. And again, you mentioned Tucker Kraft. Like, we need to start talking about this guy as one of the elite tight ends in football. But this was a dominant team victory. And again, obviously, Jordan headlining this, but they won every facet of the game last night. There was nothing that Pittsburgh did that I think you're going to turn on the tape and feel good about.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And when you see Jordan Love, look, I expected him to carve him up. We saw Joe Flacco carve him up and all. I mean, so there was no question he was going to do it. We'll see how the rest of the year goes in critical moments. It's the only thing else this young man has to prove to me and everybody else, and the crush is out of the eye. Look, I see it, but this is horrendous defensively.
Flat routes.
I mean, Greeny, this is crazy. This is unrecognizable to me. This is not the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we saw it with Baltimore. We see it with them. When you get old, you get slow. And if you're slow, you can't do anything defensively. And I don't know the safety over here. 22, boy, did he have a bad day. By the way, he looked like a guy playing Pop Warner on that deep pass right there. A little, T-ball center fielder has no idea how to track a ball. It was embarrassing as hell from start to finish for that defense.
And the Pittsburgh Steelers can now feel the Baltimore Ravens coming. Yeah. Because the Ravens won yesterday. Lamar Jackson's coming back. The Pittsburgh Steelers lost at home in another game where they made another quarterback look great, and Jordan Love is a great quarterback. But again, when you're playing against Pittsburgh's defense or Dallas's defense or Cincinnati's defense, inevitably your quarterback rating is going to grow, your stats are going to grow, and you're going to look really good that day.
On that note, this is what's crazy. I mean, this is the most expensive defense in football.
Right.
They're dead last in pass defense, right? And they've gone and made these moves for Jalen Ramsey and Darius Slay, and I think they think they're a man team. They're playing all this man on the back end, and they cannot hold up. They can't get pressure. QBs the last 2 weeks, if you play quarterback against these guys and they're in man, your QB rating is 85, Woody. 85, like just,
Well, I mean,
they got serious questions they got to get answered and get answered fast.
I mean, the Pittsburgh Steelers are like Oprah Winfrey. You get a contract.
Yeah,
You get a contract. You get a contract, and those guys can't even sniff the quarterback.
They're like Oprah Winfrey. They're nothing like Joe Green and
L.C. Greenwood. and
Sometimes it just
Torpedo
happens
Shell.
like that. See, because Shefty makes a good point. The Bengals defense, the Cowboys defense, the Steelers defense, what do they not have in common? We went into the season thinking the Bengals have a bad defense. The Cowboys have a bad we went into the season thinking the Steelers have the kind of defense that's going to carry them to a Super Bowl and carry Aaron to a Super Bowl. We had Peyton Manning on Sunday NFL Countdown yesterday. Peyton wins the Super Bowl in his final game on the strength of a great defense and Von Miller and all those guys. And I think that's what we thought these Steelers were supposed to be.
Well, we think of the Steelers in that way because that's been their long-standing reputation. Tough, hard-nosed defensive football. But you know what? We think of Baltimore that way. And the whole division right now is down. But Pittsburgh blew an opportunity last night to stay out in front, and now you can just feel the Baltimore Ravens coming. And you can because the defenses on all these teams are struggling.
Let me put up A19 to show you just how much coming they are at this point. The Steelers dropping 2 games in a row. The Baltimore Ravens at ESPN Bet are now odds-on favorites to win the AFC North.
At 2-5.
At 2-5. Those of you who don't speak gambling, odds-on means a better chance than not that they win the division. This after a game that they won with Tyler Huntley. They're still 2 games back of the Steelers, but the Ravens' next 4 games are Dolphins, Vikings, Browns, and Jets, so a chance to climb back into this thing. So that's their side of it. Meanwhile, to flip it back, you said it was a total team win by the Packers because Jordan Love was terrific, no question about it, but their defense is ridiculous.
The defense was suffocating. I mean, listen, the best defenses of all time have always been able to get pressure with 4 guys, right? They don't have to blitz. We don't have to send anybody else to get pressure on the quarterback, and that's exactly what you saw last night. I mean, listen, look, 1 blitz. I mean, and Aaron was under duress the entire night. I mean, it seems like if he didn't get the ball out within a couple seconds, obviously bad things were going to happen. And when you have this kind of ability, again, Micah Parsons, we saw him stand him up last night. I mean, nobody could touch this guy, and he was getting home. And here it is. Look at him rush 4, and look at this, just collapsing this pocket. And it's not just Micah, right? And on the flip side, look at Pittsburgh bring all this pressure. I mean, there's nobody around, and then apparently you can just heave it down the middle, and your guy catches it, right? Like, again, like to juxtapose those two, the Steelers have paid all that money for those guys up front to rush the passer, and none of them can get home, even when they're adding extras in.
Right. Like, for the people who don't speak football, let's make this as simple as we can. You're one of the great defensive coaches of all time. If you can get pressure without sending extra people, Micah Parsons, Rashawn Gary in that group, when you're a defense and you can get pressure without sending extra people, what specifically does it do?
Well, everything. I mean, my wife can coach defense. And I'm just telling you, because you know what? We're going to play cover 6. We're going to play cover 4. We're going to play cover 2. We're going to play cover 3. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You can, anything you got. Nobody's going to be open.
Yeah,
Look at these pictures. Nobody's going to be open by the time you rush this passer. And Micah Parsons, stop already. I don't think people realize how dominant this young man is. They traded him in his prime. That's why I said it's the worst trade in the history. He's affected everybody. He's affected every pass. That's why you never get rid of a great pass rusher and always take a great pass rusher over a great cover guy because he affects every throw.
Greeny, to your question, on the back end, when you're only rushing 4, you've got them outnumbered, right? Like everything is 3 over 2 or 4 over 3, like, and everybody can leverage and squeeze those receivers. And so as a quarterback, I mean, the windows are so tight, and then again, this pass rush is bearing down on you. And to flip it, right, for Jordan Love, and when the Steelers are blitzing and everybody's man and nobody's got help, I mean, that's where you're seeing again, they're throwing these flat routes where Tucker Kraft breaks a tackle and goes for 50, or you're heaving the ball down the middle to Christian Watson. And again, if the DB's 5 yards behind him, those 2 scenarios, again, Obviously, we're talking a lot about the quarterbacks, but again, the teams were so different. Again, Green Bay, obviously, much more dominant.
It's a math thing. I mean, quite honestly, you're rushing 4, you got 7 in coverage.
Yeah.
They probably have 4 out in routes. Yeah. So you guys figure it out. Even with the new math, like it doesn't work.
Right.
Play any coverage you want.
And it's Monday, October 27th. But if the playoffs were to begin today, the Green Bay Packers would be the #1 seed in the NFC, and the road to the Super Bowl will go through Lambeau Field.
We're going to talk about whether we think they are the team to beat as we continue. Plus, the Steelers may need some help before the trade deadline. Sheffield will tell you whether they should expect that. In the meantime, on the way, the